Pastor Justin here, giving you a preview for the sermon this Sunday, which is entitled Winding Through the Wilderness. We find ourselves in the Gospel of Matthew again, chapter 21, where Jesus sends his disciples to go find a donkey. Because if you're ever going to ride triumphantly into a city that's been oppressed and want to lead a revolution, you do it on a donkey, right? Of course not. And yet this is precisely the kind of journey, the kind of labyrinth, right, that Jesus sends his disciples on, that they are going to discover that power doesn't come from a stallion, it comes from donkey riding, right? It comes from the exact opposite image of how you and I identify power. When Jesus was back at the beginning of our Lenten journey, back in Matthew chapter 4, out in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights being tempted by the devil, he himself was winding through that wilderness. And now he has brought his own disciples, his own followers, to take a journey where they're going to discover that there's this donkey, this colt that has been tied up, and the owner's actually going to come out and be like, so what you doing stealing my donkey for? And Peter looks at him and goes, well, the master needs it. And the guy lets the donkey go, allows Peter to take it. And then Peter brings it to Jesus, and Jesus sits on this donkey and rides through the gate of Jerusalem on it. And the people begin to wave palm leaves and throw them on the ground and throw their coats and their shirts on the ground so that Jesus and the donkey can walk over them in this odd and weird coronation ceremony that the Messiah has arrived. And friends, it is always in these journeys from the wilderness, out of the wilderness to Resurrection Day, that you and I find that this thing that we so often crave, this thing that we so often need, doesn't come the way that we think. Instead, it comes from donkey riding. It comes from foolishness. It comes from folly, the folly of humanity, and that God is tied up in that. Join us this Sunday at 9 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. We'd love to see you. Thanks, everyone.